very much because Hagen actually judges a whole bunch of the events that we have going on here at Impact. So we really love getting to see him get out there and play instead of working at all these events that he's got with us. Otherwise,
Stand-up guy.
absolutely, absolutely. So we are going to get this thing going. I won't
Hagen
give you.
versus Steve.
Yep, and I won't give you guys that spiel since I gave it to you just before we logged off just a moment ago. But with what we're looking at, Hagen, we did an interview. I hope you guys got the chance to see it before this round. He's built a really stock Boros list. Lots of removal, banishing lights, focus fire type cards, and bodies. 2 drops, 3 drops, 4 drops, 5 drops. He does the thing. So really plays very stock. I'm excited to see how Hagen's deck performs, and we have no idea what Steve has got. We are going in blind here.
I mean, for Boros in this set, it feels bigger than most sets. A lot of like 3 drops, 4 drops, 5 drops, as opposed to like 2, 3, 4s. And the mechanic, according to Wizards, is tapped creatures at the end of turn and stations.
Yep.
Not sure if that's how Boros will ever be played in this format, or if it'll just be kind
Yeah.
of this mid-rangey Boros pile.
Well,
which is kind of what Hagen built.
that was something that Hagen said, was that stations are traps.
Yeah.
Hagen said, I think station is garbage. I'm not playing it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I think a lot of like entrenched Magic players see this card as it takes too much to do the thing, not really worth it. I just hope he's wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sad part is I agree with him. I just
Yeah.
hope he's wrong.
You just
know?
want to see it.
Yeah.
So it looks like Steve is playing a Selesnya type list. So some white green. That archetype is supposed to be +1/+1 counters.
Yep,
So let's see if.
I think that archetype is actually weirdly the most supported archetype in this set, and I don't know if it's good.
Fair enough.
Right?
It's the
I've
first
never
one of them we're seeing on camera today.
Yeah, I've never seen a white ++1 counter list in any limited format do well. But this one just seems so supported. I can't imagine it doesn't, at least some of the time.
Agreed. So there's a
And-
nutrient block from Hagen.
Let's be real, too. Just like Hagen, he could just be playing white-green, your best cards. It might not be a...
Right. It may not be
Token set.
+1/+1
Right.
tokens and counters. Yeah. So really interesting here. Nutrient block is a very fun card.
Yep.
Kind of can gain you some life, draw you some cards. It's really good and limited, as all cantrips are. Hagen not missing any land drops. Very good to see him curve out on turn 4. Let's see what he's thinking.
Yep. He's playing power. He's got a lot of pressure. I mean, Steve's at 10. That's... Hey, maybe he is playing aggro. Maybe aggro's
Yeah.
alive and well.
Well, and I think that's going to be the piece that's really concerning here is Steve is on his 4th turn and has yet to deploy a singular play. Steve, I believe I'm seeing a Banishing Light in his hand, but he needs to start getting some blockers up right away. I mean, right now he needs to do that. And Hagen having as much removal as he does might be in a really good spot. I mean, a blocker may just get met with a Banishing Light and Hagen keeps bashing in.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes. But right now, stock Boros looking strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's the choice between removal spell or blocker. Opts for blocker. If he gets hit with a removal spell, this could be a lot of damage coming in.
Yeah.
Removal spell on the 2/2 might not be that bad. That Red Tiger Mechan's a 3/3 haste with warp 2. That's why it attacked on turn 3 and then on turn 4
Yep.
with the warp.
And Hagen's holding a drill too deep that blows up artifacts, and I do believe that's an artifact on Steve's side. Hagen's going to opt not to do it, it looks like. And Steve's also not going to block. He's going to take 5, go to 5. I did not expect that at all here.
Well, this is the problem with the counters decks, right? Because like you don't want to block with this creature, otherwise you have nothing to put counters on.
Right, absolutely.
Right, because it's not going to do anything but trade. It has a really sweet modular-esque ability. When it dies, put the counters on target creature you control. Again, if you just don't have a creature to put them on, it does nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
So Steve has a diplomatic relations here. My guess is that his hope is to combat trick Hagen here, block diplomatic relations to trim one of the other creatures.
But that's
trade
not
with
going to
another.
work because when that creature dies, the counters will move over. So if he blocks the 3/3, he'll just move the counters from the drone onto the 3/3. It's a 4/4. You no longer trade.
You know what? Fair point.
Yeah.
Fair point.
And if you choose to block the 2/2, then he'll move the counters onto the 2/2, make it a 3/3, trade, and then those 2 counters will go onto the 3/3.
Yeah.
And it's just a bad spot.
So I think his best bet would be to diplomatic. Oh well, no.
He's chosen to what did he play there? Oh, I can't see it. Oh, his graveyard. Come down a little lower.
It's all good. All good. It was a removal
I
spell.
think it was Radiant Strike. Destroy target artifact or tapped creature. Upside, gain 3 life. It's
which
a
is
nice
nice. Steve needed
stabilization
that
ability.
life. He
But
needed that life.
yeah, but again, if Hagen just crashes for 4 here, even with the block, it leaves behind a 3/3.
Yeah.
If Hagen plays a removal spell, it's a bad spot. This is the double striker.
Mm-hmm.
This is a
All right.
fairly powerful offensive card.
Yeah. And Hagen's crashing in already.
Yeah,
And Steve just takes it, goes to 4.
I don't think Steve can block here. If he blocks, those counters end up on the double striker, and then the game is just done.
Agreed.
Your
There's
blockers no longer are relevant.
the slag tiller, what have you. Um, man, yeah, this is just a really interesting spot that Steve is in.
Yeah. But again, this format is chock full of board wipes. Does Steve have one?
Only
Doesn't.
time will tell. But Pinnacle Starcage would be a really good deployment here for Steve.
Yep. Or the 5 mana. There's a 5 mana Wrath as well. Um, yeah, it looks like a dual Sun Adept on Hagen's side. That's the double striker.
Yeah, yeah.
2 double strike creatures you control get bigger. Opts to go for the Banishing Light. Chooses to do the modular creature so that the counter doesn't move over. And I think we're killing the double striker here.
Diplomatic relations.
Yeah, gotta go for the double striker.
Yeah, because you certainly don't want that double striker to get those counters on it.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yep,
how
there it is.
problematic that'd be. All right, so Steve does that.
So Hagen's left with a 1/2 and a 2/2. Gets to attack. Steve gets to attack for free here, vigilance because of the diplomatic relations. Hagen doesn't really have a line for lethal, even with a removal spell. I don't know.
So this drill too deep. I think this is the line here, right? He kills the thing with drill too deep because it's an artifact, blows it up, combat for lethal.
No, that's 3 damage. Steve's at 4.
Oh, I see. I
The
see.
little guy, the one drops a 1/2. So if he has a combat trick, it's lethal. Doesn't look like.
Sure enough. All right.
And then passes the turn.
But I mean, being at 1 is still so
Yeah.
problematic here. There's ways out of it. Let's see what Steve has got. He's counting up some mana. Do I have enough? Says Steve.
He has the Selesnya Signpost, which is a very powerful card. But he can't really deploy it because it's just one blocker. And it gets removed.
Yep, and he packs it up. Wow.
Halia Ascendant Cadet, it was the card that was trapped in his hand. When it enters attack, put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. Whenever one or more creatures you control with counters on them deal combat damage to a player, draw a card. That kind of assumes you are the aggressor. He was not in that match. Hagen really got him down. So
Yeah. So players chopping it up about how that went, but holy cow. I mean, that was the kind of stock Boros we were talking about.
Yep.
He didn't do spaceship or mechanics kind of at all. He just removal and aggro creatures. And that's kind of what stock Boros is in these limited formats. And it played really well for Hagen. Honestly, Steve really needed to stabilize quick, and he just couldn't quite find it. Hagen had just the right amount of interaction, just the right amount of removal to just keep Steve on the back foot, trying to stabilize instead of actually getting there at any point in time. So yeah, but like you were saying, Vasilios, that game changes with any number of cards Steve could add. A Star Cage does it.
Steve just didn't play a 2-drop. If Steve had a 2-drop, the game is vastly different. He played his 2-drop on turn 4, right?
Yeah.
Instead of on turn 2. If he just gets the block, kill a thing, I mean, the game could be vastly different.
Absolutely.
But he chose not to block. And I don't think he's wrong, right? Because his Halia Ascendant Cadet needs the creature on the battlefield to put the counter on it.
And I think that's a lot of what you said at the beginning of that game too, is that it's just so difficult when you have to care about your creatures being around. You can't really preserve your life total with them, because then it turns a whole bunch of your other cards into duds.
Yeah.
Steve
Steve just mulliganed to 6.
mole.
Hagen with the classic 1-card cut.
Yep, because that was the one land Steve would have needed to keep that hand.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm seeing no lands. Oh, I'm seeing no lands.
Another
Oh,
no-lander?
Steve.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
show him just so he knows you're not lying. Yep.
That's crazy.
Vasilios, do you remember back in the day of true mulligans, where you could reveal a hand of no lands and it was a freebie?
Did not
What a
play in
time.
that era.
What a time.
Wild.
And then it went away because turns out that makes no sense and allows for poor deck building.
Hagen's in the black shirt. And by black, wait.
Wait a minute. so
Hagen's in the green shirt. But
our
it looks like one of the cameras might be a little color corrected, a little aggressively.
our face cam is attempting to identify the green screen that Hagen is wearing on his body. Interesting. Really, yes, Hagen's shirt, green or black. Yeah, so his
That's
shirt
upsetting. I don't like it.
in person is green. On the face cam, it is black. Actually, it's just two separate people. There's
It's
somebody playing and someone else on the face
it's
cam.
Hagen's body double.
Yeah, they're mimicking as best they
Yeah.
can. So,
All
as you'd
right.
expect. So, we've got the win marker up for blue. This time, Steve deploys his 2-drop
Much
on
better
turn
start.
2, as expected.
This is what Steve needs. He's on a mold of 5. It's a little bit of a bummer for him. He's really looking. Hagen destroys the creature. Since Steve didn't have another creature, the modular effect gets kind of lost in the wind. But draws a Halia. That's a card that can get you back in it. But unfortunately, I think he's looking at a hand of Banishing Light, Diplomatic Relations, Halia. So unless Hagen deploys threats, those cards will do nothing. And on top of that, they have to be threats that you kind of want to kill. Although, at what point do you just chuck the Banishing Light at this 1/1 or 1/2?
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
yeah. He's looking for lands. He's also looking for creatures. He's looking for a lot.
But this is just one of those really tough spots that Steve is in. Cards like Banishing Light, and I could have a crazy opinion here, but they suddenly aren't really that good. When you're on a multi-5, 1-for-1 trades are really hard for you to take. Obviously, Banishing Light will never be a bad card at any point in time. Hey, Stanky, thank you so much for that raid. We
Welcome.
appreciate you, and hope you guys enjoy. But it feels a lot less comfortable to be making 1-for-1 trades. Obviously, you take the most valuable thing your opponent has, and it's some kind of upside.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't feel good going 1-for-1 when you're down.
You're already down two
2-1
pieces of
cards.
cardboard. Then you're in the 1/1. It's a tough spot to be in. Hagen just cracked the what do you call it? The processed food.
Yep. Nutrients block,
The nutrient block.
which I really love because they go out of their way to show that that nutrient block is like
Rock hard.
indestructible.
Yeah.
I really love that.
Yeah.
Esteli
Oh.
Reclaimer, really great. Esteli Reclaimer on the warp allows him to pick up a non-creature permanent with mana value less than was spent to cast it. So 3 on the warp, 5 on the standard cast. So
Pretty sweet. I like the way Hagen's
Yeah.
constructed his deck. The nutrient block's not my favorite card. It's kind of a simple little cantrip. It doesn't do that much, really. However, with this, the Angel and the other rare he just played, the Rust Harvester, having artifacts or non-creature, non-land cards in the yard is really critical.
yes,
And being able to rebuy this nutrient block multiple times over, pretty sweet line of play, honestly, right? I mean, that nutrient block all of a sudden is going to draw Hagen 3 cards. And
Yep.
2 mana artifact that draws 3 cards, that's a busted card.
Now, Hagen very well. So can you find out what this card is? I'm struggling.
Yeah,
to
this is
ID
one
that.
of the green chase uncommons for the counter set. It has warp green X, and then it gets cast for green X, and it puts counters on itself when it enters, and then when it leaves, those counters go on to another target creature.
I see.
Another thing that requires him to have multiple bodies. And again, until he gets the 5 mana to get that Halia, he's going to be in a sad spot, I think.
Yeah. So Esteli Reclaimer shows
go.
up, picks up the nutrient block, gets Banishing Lighted. But here's the thing: he just used Banishing Light on Esteli Reclaimer, which isn't bad, but that's after he warped it to grab the nutrient block and then grabbed the nutrient block again. So Hagen is loaded with cards. He's got the removal.
Yeah. I mean, he is so far ahead.
Yeah. So
But you have to Banishing Light. It's a 5/4 flyer. Yeah, you have to.
you have
no,
to.
There's
Yeah,
no
you
other real
can't-
options.
Exactly right. That's kind of what we were saying about Banishing Light. Like, it doesn't feel good to do, but like you have to, or your alternative is lose the game, right?
Yeah.
And you never like that alternative.
No.
So let's see what Hagen's thinking. He's got a brevy of options.
Oh, I love this. He's going to Banishing Light the Banishing Light, get back his Reclaimer, get back the Nutrient Block. That Nutrient Block will have drawn Hagen 4 cards. This is high quality deck building. Yeah, Stanky, it does look like a 2-0. It's a rough spot for
It
Hagen,
is.
for Steve here.
It is. And holy cow.
The Mold of 5 did him no favors, but honestly, this is so many cards. Really showcasing the difference in Hagen's playstyles between the 2 games. The first game was
All aggro,
brutal,
right? Yeah.
fast, aggressive. And this game, much more controlling, much slower. He just played the 7-drop dragon that on ETB deals 3.
Yep.
So this is, you said it's like normal Boros. It's normal Boros if you multiply the mana values by 2.
Hey, that's limited though. Hey, that's limited.
Yeah, it's sealed for sure. But that's a Nebula dragon, deals 3 damage to any
Yeah.
target on ETB.
So Steve plays the Frenzied Baloth, sends it in. Hagen says, I'll just take it. I think Hagen is sniffing the combat trick, which Steve has in his hand. So really good call from Hagen.
But
But the
again,
other
the
piece is
nutrient
the
block.
clock. Yeah, I've drawn gained so much life off these nutrient blocks. The clock is in Hagen's favor here. So I like this play from Hagen.
Yeah, I mean, you're not winning this race. The 4-4 in the air already beats the 3-2. You're starting 9 life behind,
Yep.
basically. But here's the combat trick still. It does untap it. It's a critical thing we learned in the last game.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll
Does
be
it give reach?
yup, reach, indestructible, +1/+1. But
Oh, we're gonna respond.
again, Hagen's drawn
Bang.
so many cards. Blowout. So now, on top of the 4 draws or 3 draws with the nutrient block, that's another 2-for-1.
Mm.
Ugh.
Yeah. Wow. 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 Wow.
I feel for Steve. This
Steve, you
is
need a
one of
miracle,
those.
man. You need a miracle, and we're hoping you can find one.
Timely Radiant Strike came in.
Yeah. If you can, boom goes the dynamite is right. Yeah. Steve, I am willing a what
Willing what?
what is that card? What is that card? Terminus. I'm willing a Terminus to the top
Oh,
of your
we're
deck
willing
right now.
cards not in the format.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't
Okay.
think anything in the
That's
format
how
does
we
it
have
here.
to go. Right? There's nothing else in the format that can do anything.
I am willing you a Terminus to the top.
Yeah. There is a 5-drop board wipe. I believe it's double white. It's called Beyond,
The Quiet. Yes, sir.
Steve also needs that and a planes. So
Oh,
we're looking. Oh,
oh,
Vanishing
he's
Light,
doing it.
Vanishing Light.
Hagen says, "Why
I
wait?"
said,
Oh my
Man.
goodness. Light the light. In comes a Stelly Reclaimer. A Stelly Reclaimer, please note, does not pick anything up because it is based on the mana value spent to cast it. So
Yeah, it's
he's just
still-
getting the 5/3
Oh, I see.
flyer in the air.
So that nutrient block only drew 3 cards. Got
Yeah,
it.
only 3.
For
Only
2 mana.
3.
3 cards, 2 mana, 9 life.
Yeah.
What a card.
Yeah. So Hagen is I mean really the nutrient I hate saying it, that nutrient block mattered a lot.
No, I mean, this is what I said. This is a card that is fairly low value. I think in a draft deck, it will be a pretty low pick. You might get it 11th or 12th pick. The Exosuit Savior here. Definitely don't want to bounce anything here. Otherwise, you're even further behind. But,
And Hagen just
the
removes it
deck-
anyway.
I mean, you do. I think he's just going to try.
Looking at 9 in the air.
Yeah.
Yep, 5, 4.
But that's the thing, though, right? Like, the Nutrient Block, low value, low priority card, not a great card.
Yeah.
He made it great with high quality deck building. So credit to Hagen. This is awesome. Awesome deck.
Absolutely.
Awesome play. Unfortunate to Steve Mulligan to 5 there. 2 no land hands in a row is pretty absurd.
Yeah.
But that was just a train
But
of
wow,
value, man.
what-
I don't know.
What a I mean, we were saying a stock Boros list, and I don't think we really saw. I guess we technically saw the Esteli Reclaimer warp. Might be
I mean-
the only mechanic we really witnessed.
He played 5 creatures and 5 removal spells both games.
He played Boros, is what he did.
It's literally what he did. Right.
So it was a great showing, but Hagen